You're now going to be asked to factor cubic functions, so x to the third or y to the third, 3 being the highest degree. So with this one, unlike just normal factoring that you're used to with quadratic, there actually are two formulas that you have to remember, and then you remember these, and this is how you do it each and every time. The key is that both terms have to be perfect cubes. So go ahead and copy down these next formulas. Okay, so if you're given two numbers, a and b, that are perfect cubes, meaning you take the cube root of whatever that number is, so perfect cube, then these two are the formulas you're going to use. And the only difference in both of these is if you start with a plus sign, then that next term, this binomial right here, it's always a and b, is going to be a plus. And then it goes minus, plus. And then if you start with a negative, then it starts negative and then goes plus, plus. So I always tell myself, whatever it starts with on this side is what it starts with here in that binomial. And then if you remember that there's only one negative, if you notice there's only one negative in both formulas, then you just have to remember that if there's a negative in that trinomial part, it comes first. So plus, minus, plus, or in this one down here, minus, plus, plus. Memorize these and you'll do just fine. All right, let's look at some practice examples though with these. Okay, so this is a sum of two cubes, and keep in mind that before, when you're used to doing the difference of two squares, now with cubes it can be the sum or the difference. Alright, so the first thing you're going to say is, okay, this value right here, is it a perfect cube? Yes, it is. We can take the cube root of x cubed and get x. Then you're going to ask, okay, is 27 a perfect cube? Yes, it is, because the cube root of 27 is 3. So back in that formula, there was a bunch of a and b's. So a actually represents the cube root of this first term. Okay, so this first term right here is actually a cubed, and this one is b cubed. So to be able to do a times b and b squared and a squared as part of that problem, you need to identify just the value of a and b. So you're going to take x cubed and cube it. Take the third root of it, which is x. Then you're going to take the third root of 27, which is 3. Now, since it's a plus, we're going to use the a plus b, and then our second part's going to be a squared minus a times b plus b squared. So, since this is my value for a and b, I have x plus 3. That second part's going to be x squared minus a times b, which is 3 times x, so you have 3x, and then b squared plus 9. And this is our final answer. All right, let's look at another one. X to the third minus 8. All right, so this is the value of a cubed, this is the value of b cubed. They are both perfect cubes, okay? So a, you take the cube root to get a, and you get x. And then you have b. You take the cube root of 8, and you get 2. Now, keep in mind that we have a minus in this problem, so we're going to use the one that says a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. Okay, so I'm just going to go back and fill everything in. So x minus 2, x squared plus 2 times x plus 4. Final answer. Alright, and I have one more to show you. Say I gave you 27x to the third plus 1. Alright, 27 is a perfect cube, so is x to the third, and then of course so is 1. So we can do this, but my value for a is going to be a little bit different because we have a coefficient. So you have to do the cube root of 27, which is 3, and then the cube root of x to the third, which is x. So 3x is our whole a value, because technically we took this and we did the cube root. Okay, and then if we did the cube root of 1, b is going to be 1. So go ahead, look at this formula. Remember, we have a plus given to us, not a minus. This is going to be a sum of 2 cubes. Go ahead and try this one and see if you get the answer I'm about to get. Now, I got 3x plus 1 for my first part, and it's a squared. Keep in mind, if this whole thing is a, you're squaring that whole thing. So then you're going to have 9x squared minus 3x, because it's 3x times 1, and then that's where our minus sign goes. And then plus 1, because 1 squared is 1. So there we go. That's our final answer. This is the sum and difference of 2 cubes.